We're going to be going over the M19 handgun. For the majority of these, I got on hardcore, and they had Shoot House hardcore playlist, so I played the crap out of that, and this gun was super easy in that mode. I'd imagine now that they have Shipment and they have a hardcore version of it, that this gun is just going to be much easier, because if you've played Shipment, you'll know that that map is just total annihilation. I mean, you're spawning in literally on top of each other, and you could just fire till your heart's content, and you're going to get a lot of kills with this thing. So for the attachments that I used, I like the compensator for the muzzle, just for recoil control. This thing doesn't have much recoil to begin with. It's pretty good gun. You could just spam it, and you're going to just fire off shot after shot after shot, and it's not going to bounce around a lot. So you don't really need a whole lot with the recoil, but it does help. You know, obviously it's going to help somewhat. And then for the barrel, I used the XRKL Super. This just gives you better damage range, bullet velocity, and again recoil control. I did this one just for the damage range, just to help with kind of like the long shots. Sometimes I would sit back like along the wall, and I would just pick people off down the middle of the shoot house map. So having something like that will help out. Optic, obviously the GI Mini Reflex, my favorite optic sight in the game right here, just because it doesn't construct your vision, and it's just my favorite one to use all around. For the rear grip, I used the granulated grip tape just for aiming stability and aim walking steadiness. Sometimes I would just pre-aim, you know, before I hit a corner, and I would just strafe around the corner, and this will help out with that quite a bit. You could put on different perks like 21 round mags, 32 round mags, but this thing comes stocked pretty well with the quite a bit of ammo to begin with in the magazine, so these aren't really necessary. I don't think. Trigger action, I've never really messed with any of these, so I couldn't tell you much about any of them. I don't use the lasers. I know it helps with your sprint out time, but I mean, you can see people coming. A lot of times when I play, I see people coming. They're the lasers, so I just crouch down in the corner and they run through there, and I shoot them in the back. So I don't like using the laser. The perk, I ended up putting fully loaded on. The only reason I have a perk on this gun is just because one of the challenges is to get kills with all 5 attachments. So I like fully loaded just to start with max ammo. So again, you can put whatever you want. Seeing as it's hardcore, you don't really need frangible wounding and frangible disabling, stuff like that, because 1 or 2 shots you're going to kill them anyway, so you don't really need something like that. The class setup, it's really whatever you want. I mean, the perks aren't going to help you too much, no matter what you use, unless you want like scavenger or something to help pick up more ammo. Overkill obviously is not going to work. EOD can help in hardcore, but not as much. It's got to be like kind of not close to you to survive. Double time can work a little bit if you like running faster, but I mean, in Shoot House it's so compact, and especially with Shipment now, you're not really going to be needing to run. Perk 2, I always run hardline just to get my UAVs and stuff up, especially like in hardcore, just to help me see a little bit quicker. And perk 3, again, whatever you want to use. Tracker can be a good one because it will leave enemy footprints, so you can just run and find them and sneak up behind them and shoot them in the back of the head or something if you're going for headshots or whatever. I like Battle Hardened just because a lot of people throw flash and stuns, and it helps put them down a little bit, so it's not messing you up as much. So when we get into the camos, spray paint is like usual, 250 kills. Really nothing to say about this one. It's going to come natural. Obviously getting all the rest of the challenges done. So Woodland is 50 headshots. Again, not really, you don't really have to try for this one, but I mean, I do recommend maybe if like you're having trouble with it, if you do use something like Tracker and you sneak up from behind, like I said, just aim right at the back of their head and pop them, and it's going to be a one-shot kill on hardcore, so no problems with getting that one. For digital, it is 40 kills while crouching. By now, if you've been completing any of these challenges, crouching should just come secondary to you. I mean, you should just crouch almost all the time non-stop anyway, so it shouldn't be very hard to complete this one. For Dragon, it is 30 hip fire kills. For hip fires, what I've always liked to do is if I'm running and someone comes across like straight into me, like we come around the corner at the same time, I don't even aim. I just hip fire. Boom, boom, boom. I've been doing it for years in Call of Duties. I've always hip fired. So for me, this one is just pure instinct now. To when I come around the corner and there's an enemy, I just automatically hip fire. If you are having trouble, again, you can use trackers. Same thing with headshots. Just come up behind them. Just make sure that your gun's pointed at them and just start hip firing and just fire away with this thing. It's really simple to get hip fire kills. For Splinter, it's just 30 long shot kills. Again, the way I have my gun kitted out, it helps it for long shots. You can kind of sit back, and that's another reason why I like the GI Mini Reflex. Is you just put that red dot on the guy running, and it's super easy to pick them off. So no problem getting long shot kills. For Topo, it's just 25 double kills. Again, the smaller the map, the better. You're gonna have more people running around, compact, and especially now, like I said, with Shipment, this thing should be no problem whatsoever getting any of these camos done. Shipment's gonna be the go-to map now for camos. So just kill 2 people obviously in succession and get double kills, shouldn't be no problem. For Tiger, it's just 110 kills while your gun is using all 5 attachments. So put whatever 5 attachments you want on there, whatever you want, and just get 110 kills, easy. For Stripes, it's 25 kills after reloading. For this one, maybe you want to put Sleight of Hand on. It's not hard to get by any means, just reload. I constantly reload. Even if I shoot once, I feel the need to have to reload, so I'm constantly reloading after every engagement, so I didn't have to try for this one at all. It just came natural over time. For Reptile, it's just 75 kills using no attachments. Just take everything off and get 75 kills. Pretty simple, straightforward. I recommend getting this one out of the way as soon as you unlock it, just because you get so used to using attachments on this thing that it's almost like learning the gun over again. So maybe just try to get this one out of the way. It's not hard by any means. It's just getting used to it again. Skulls might be the only one that you might have trouble with on Shipment. It's just kill 3 enemies without dying 25 times. And the only reason it might be hard on Shipment is just because, like I said, you die so fast on there that unless you're lucky and you can pop off 3 kills, boom, 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 more than likely someone's going to get you. I mean, I know there is glitches in there right now. Not necessarily glitches, but there's spots that if you sit, you can just have the enemy team spawn in on top of you non-stop. So it's quite simple to just sit there and get kills. I imagine it'll be patched in the future, but you know, give it a shot and see how what you guys like. So that's pretty much it for this one. Once you get it, you unlock the gold, and like usual, I think it looks pretty well with all the guns in here. So if you guys enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.